Today is June 2nd, and it is time for me to do my May update on my MIGA site, the Making the Internet Great Again site number 1. I'm not going to do the whole backstory on this site again, and so if you don't know what I'm talking about, in the description you will find the link to the playlist that has all the videos. Traffic on the site has almost tripled since my last report in April. We had 3,489 users in May and 4,672 page views, again, just in the month of May. And here's the screenshot of the traffic growing month on month from January through to May. I mean, there's definitely some sites that are ahead of me, and there are definitely some sites that are behind me. Like, I feel like it's going in the right direction. Next, let's talk about earnings. Did the site earn any more money than it did last month? I mean, again, remember, this is a 5-month-old site, so we're not talking about thousands of dollars here. Last month in April, the site earned almost $19 on Ezoic, wow. And I was pretty excited to see in May that the site earned almost $70 on ads. In fact, the site did earn $70 because I got one sale over on Amazon that, even with the small value of the transaction, did push me over $70 in income for the month. Now, what did I spend on this site this month? If you caught last month's video, you'll know or remember that I was experimenting with outsourcing some content and that I was trying out writer access. And the cost of the content that I bought in May was just over $540. So for the month of May, I'm excited to say that this site has earned over $100 in revenue, which is a nice little box to check, but not surprisingly, because I've started to spend money on, building and growing the site, that this site is very far, very, very far from being profitable at this time. At the beginning of May, I decided that I was going to try and take this site to 500 posts in 12 months. My original goal with the site was to make maybe to 200 or to 250, but just seeing the progress and the momentum that the site was gaining early on, I thought, why aim so reasonably? Why not do something that's a little bit ridiculous, for me? So my goal in the month of May was to try to get to 50 posts in the month, and that was more than I had done basically on this site in any month up until this point. However, I did manage it, and the site now has 180 posts total. One of the things that I'm excited about that was kind of unexpected is initially I didn't think that the RPM for this site was going to be very high. And in fact, I was kind of aiming for, $10 to $12. I was going to be happy if the RPM or the EPMV was at least over $10. I was really going to be excited about that. And as the articles have indexed and started to get traffic, I've really been pleased because right now, especially in the month of May, the EPMV is averaging really close to $20. So more than ever, I want to continue to work on this site and not take my foot off the gas on this, even though I might have plans to start another site next month. Definitely one of the challenges was actually getting through and writing the content that I had set out for myself to create in the month of May. Outsourcing definitely made it happen, but even with the spend, I was still left with creating quite a bit of content, at least for the time that I have available. As a result, some other things have definitely fallen by the wayside, like all of my YouTube videos, except for my live streams and income reports. Next, indexing. So up until about the beginning of May, I thought that I was okay with things getting indexed. I wasn't seeing articles falling out. I thought everything was good, and then May happened. Of the 180 articles that are on the site now, anywhere between 20 and 40 of them are bouncing in and out of the index. I'm honestly not investing a ton of time in trying to fix it because I'm not sure that there's anything I can do. Mostly what I do is just check Google Search Console for the crawled but not indexed articles, and then just asking Google Search Console to manually index them. And then I just go back to creating content. Another thing that I've been working on this month is trying to sort out the core web vitals for this site. As I've said before in the past, I'm using Leap, and everything seems to be pretty good except for the CLS on mobile. I'm pretty sure I know what element is causing the shift, but the problem is it's not consistent. So I've been on the horn with the Ezoic support team that is handling handling Leap, I did notice in Search Console today for CLS that the red articles switched to yellow. So maybe some of the stuff that we have been trying to do is actually working. Leap hasn't updated yet. It's honestly not something I'm sweating, but mostly I just want to know how to make things work as well as possible, especially if the fix is like something really simple. So hopefully by next month, I will have that all figured out. All in all, I feel pretty good about where the site is at. I'm happy that the RPM is close to $20. I'm happy that the traffic is growing month on month. I'm really hopeful that month 6, I will see a pretty significant spike. And I feel pretty good about the niche and the topics that I have chosen and am choosing as I go. And I seem to get this question in every video that I do, people asking me how it is that I got my site on Ezoic when I had less than 10,000 sessions. Back in February, I did it through the Access Now program, but now basically as of the beginning of June in 2021, that program is no longer being rolled out in small increments of time. Pretty much everybody can get access to it right now. And if you have a small site that you want to try to get into Ezoic through the Access Now program, the link is in the description. That's what I have for month 5. I'm still super jazzed about this site. I still have a lot of energy for this site, and I'm super excited to see what it is going to do in the next month, and I can't wait to come back at the end of June to tell you how awesome it is. Was that too enthusiastic? Now, well, see you in the next one, everybody.